All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into another stream. If you're new here, in the mornings we typically come in, outline the price action here that we had overnight, and going into the New York session, see what price can do. So right now, if you guys were here, we were talking about possible falling 3 over here, which price did get. We were talking about that previous market high being or previous daily high being swept, which is good. Similar thing that we had going into yesterday's section. So that level is going to be important. Watching that previous daily high, watching that 2572150 up above. We also have that 12-hour level right there at 25729. So we're going to be watching that one closely as well. You can see on the 12-hour, this thing looks like it wants to have a nice continuation. This 25,620.75 held really nicely. You can see that reaction where price came down. We held it multiple times, right? And that's why we outlined those levels, because of the reactions that we get out of them. And look at that tap and just a absolute fucking ripper out of it, right into that hourly open. If we look a little closer here on that hourly time frame, right, we do have a few liquidities up above that price can certainly come to. We're also inside this 4-hour fair value gap that we've previously rejected, so we're going to be trading it lightly around this area that we've previously touched, right? So this 25,721.50, we're going to be looking around and seeing what price wants to do around there. After it's swept, obviously, if we displace it, then we're going to look for a continuation. If not, then we're going to look for the opposite direction, right? Kind of playing it level by level here. If then, giving ourselves those little if-then statements, right? If price sweeps it with displacement, then we're going to look for the next one. If we sweep it with no displacement, then we're going to be looking for a reversal. So just kind of playing it level by level. That's how we kind of like to look at things here. This hourly is a little blunt on the bottom, so that's something to take note of. We always want to make sure that we are that we are looking at those blunt candles, right? Just that blunt candle on the hourly. This 4-hour obviously looks really good, but this blunt hourly, they can leave it for a while, but they like to come back for those. So something to watch for. A lot of really good liquidity up above that 12-hour, like we were saying. This one is looking good. You see have that 12-hour fair value gap up above, so something to watch for. A lot of things to observe here. A lot of ways that they can manipulate this today. Going into that 15-minute, right? We have a fair value gap, or had a fair value gap. Where was I outlining here? Oh, 15-minute. That's a good level. Those are some good levels right here. Right, those tops. We can take those as a potential, which price is coming pretty close into 25,721.50. Look at that pumper right into it. All right. We're above the 1550, like we were talking about. That 1550 was a really important EMA that we like to watch. So once price displaces that, this kind of gives us the idea that we're going to continue on to the upside. Let's see. In terms of the 5-minute, we are looking at the 5-minute being the Asian consolidation, London consolidation as well. Just kind of sweeping both sides of that Asian session. Typically, not very likely case where we see on Thursdays where we see an S&D. So kind of just watching this continuation into that pump, right? But according to this, you can destroy time frame just because of the interaction between the London session and the New York session. Kind of had that manipulation, and London came down right there, right? Came down. Now we're continuing up. So now we want to be watching what this price wants to do here. Are we going to reject here? Or are we going to continue to the upside through those 12-hour liquidities and through all of those liquidities that we have on the upside? All right, so that's something. There we go, right? You can see how strongly we took that level. No reaction out of that, and it's just continuing to rally here. So that's one thing that we want to watch and always be mindful of. Just like what is price actually doing? What is it telling us? All right, it's something that I'm still getting myself out on. That's why we're streaming these. I can always reference back of Yeah, well, I was saying this, right? But price was doing the complete opposite thing. So obviously, price isn't going to do what I want price to do. Price is going to do what it wants to do. So it's something that we want to be mindful of always. It's just seeing, okay, well, price is doing this, then we're going to be watching for this, right? We're not going to be over here sitting here guessing or sitting here deciding something else. Let's see my crypto. What do we got? AIoT is doing good. AVE. Crypto, like we were saying, it is the full moon, so just watch those levels. You know, given that it is the full moon, we want to be treading it lightly out here. They like to pump it into the full moon and then dump it right on it. So, but if anyone's into astrology trading, let me know in the chat, and I want to ask you some questions, see how you're doing with it. Let's take a look here. So yeah, right now, right, we tapped that 12-hour level, so now we're just watching what is price going to do out here. Is it going to retrace back down, or what are we doing? So we're just watching, just observing right now. Let's take a look at crypto. Let's look at Bitcoin. All right, got that CISD, but not quite holding above it yet. Needs to hold that previous daily mid. This weekly still looking like it wants to. Possibly, we already got the outside, but this candle right there, we've closed within this range. I think we mentioned it last night on stream. If we close within this range, we can be looking for a potential just a straight up candle like that next week. All right, something to notate here. That's for all of crypto, just depending on how they're doing. Right, rejecting that yearly open so far right now as well. Stonks. Let's see what we got on the pre-markets. On our Rivian pre-market, decent. Also add some jammers. Let's see here, yeah. Rivian, everything's kind of opened up. It looks like they want to just have a slight little gap up. In terms of news, we already had news this morning. News came out. We had, what numbers did we have here? We had the unemployment claims and challenger job cuts. Tomorrow we got core PCE index month over month and prelim University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectation. So those are always fun to watch. Let me see here. You're going to be watching, just sitting here watching, seeing what price wants to do into this hourly, right? How they want to finish off this hourly, see how they want to open this market up, because we are nearing that open in about 15 minutes. Right, so something that we want to look for. What else can we look at? Let's see how they do, right? So they broke above all of this resistance right here. So this level is going to be important. We're going to be watching that 25, 685, 25. See what price does once they come back. So pretty much that previous daily high right there. Just that same level, 25, 685, 25. I want to see, okay, are they going to come back, retest it, and then bounce off of it, right? If that's what we're looking for. Is price going to do that, or are we going to break back below through that level, right? Given that we had this London consolidation, this Asian consolidation, swept both sides. Now we're looking for either continuation to the upside, retest of the levels that we've broken, to continue to the upside, because price always wants to come into OTE. So if we're looking for longs, we're going to be looking for that VIX fix, right, to rise up in OTE and in something. Look at that. Every time we hit an important level with VIX fix that's rising, we get a solid little bounce. So right there, that's something that I'm going to be watching right there. Something that I'm always looking at, that VIX fix, is the interaction with price and what it wants to do, especially at those important higher time frame levels. Let's see. Let's see if we got. So seeing a little bit of reversal right off of that 12-hour level. Sitting around watching. So right, decent bounce there. If you guys got any questions, leave them in the chat. Yeah, let's see. Let's talk about paper traders a little bit. At the paper traders Discord, we always got, you know, every morning we're posting our outlines, right? So everybody gets these levels before we start streaming. Everybody inside the Discord, we write something up, we post it, and they're reading it. You know, we're also doing these streams as well. And we're constantly just kind of updating the charts and seeing what's going on. We also have the options trading channel right there that we can look at, that we're typically, you know, posting our options charts. So like right now we're looking at Rivian, CVS, a lot of good stocks. Every month we take a look at what happened last month. We outline what's going to happen going into next month. If you go to our website, www.papertraders.io, I believe you can see it in that right corner, or whatever corner that is left for you. That's the left corner for you. For some reason my camera's flipped, right? But if you press that website right there, if you take a look at that, it's going to give you all the information that you need for what we do, for everything that we're about. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see that you can see the most recent video on there, and you can check it out, see what's going on, see our track record. Web app coming, we're building powerful application, we'll bring Edge Engine. We're also building Edge Engine. It's a really cool. Well, yeah, just check out our website, see what it's all about. Mr. Hayes built it out. What a fucking, just an absolute maniac there. So go check it out. It's dope. It's dope. You know, we have a few tools as well. Trader Log, able to track your trades, see how you're doing. ICT trainer. So if you're looking to learn ICT, you know, go check it out. This helps you track your progress. We also have the risk calculator. It helps you determine the risk, especially in these conditions, right? Given how volatile we are, I'd say check it out. And also check us out on Twitter, at the Paper Traders on Twitter. Go see what we're all about. Follow us, turn on those post notifications. I'm just going to give you a better idea of where we're at. So let's see if this is for right now a rejection and they want to come back somewhere into the OTE here, right? So far this has been a rejection. We're gonna be watching this right there. If they break back above this order block, we can see that continuation. All right, but for right now, this is what we'll focus on so far. But also not forgetting that previous daily high, that's an important level, right? But into the 50% of that range, that's something that we're going to be watching for here and seeing how price reacts around those levels. Fucking chilly in this household today. Reason it's snow, so we're just kind of fucking hunkering down in here. See what price does. Always, always, always. Right, something that I tell myself as well. It's just always it's all price. It's all what does price want to do, right? We're not sitting here guessing. Oh, this is what price is going to do. We're waiting for what price shows us, right? See, so a little bit of a retrace here. This 15 minutes going to likely be inside, right? So next 15 minute, we can be watching that retrace into here somewhere and see what price does out of it. Right, so something, if we are looking for longs, then there's a few things that we can be watching for, right? OT of this range, outside 15 minutes, so that's going to be looking like this, something like that, right? If that's what we want. It's going to be for the outside. What was this one? Did I already draw this out? What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Go me, right? My God, it's early mornings. Let's see how this 50-minute. If this hourly gets back below that previous daily high and close below it, then we can look for something on the external side, right? On the opposite side of this range. Given, like we said, that it is an S&D day, right? We swept those liquidities. We tapped in 12-hour level. We didn't have displacement through it yet, right? Which is the whole thing of like, yeah, well, we haven't done it yet, but we still can because there's still plenty of time in the fucking market. So we're still just sitting here watching. Let's see what we do. Previous 4-hour high retest. What's that 4-hour? We're getting close to it, yeah. 4-hour. Oh, whoa. No, that's not what I want. I didn't want to look at Hyatt Place fucking stock. Look at the way these this PD arrays held, right? All of these bullish and bearish PD arrays. This level, this little guy right there. That's looking fucking 25, 414, 450. Let's see what you want to do there. I'm gonna enjoy the music for now. Questions, comments, no questions, no comments. Let's see. As always, the best way to support us, guys, like you don't have to go sign up for a Discord, obviously. If you want to get more in-depth analysis, by all means. But you don't have to. Just come check out these streams. Come tune in. Get your mom in here. Get your dad in here. Get your friends in here. That's all we ask for. Just share these. If you find value in them, I'm sure somebody else will. So that's our whole mentality behind these. Come check us out. Let's see, what is this? 618, 25, 662. Go a little bit above right there. I'll be watching that 15 minutes. It's a decent order block right there as well. I'll take off all the indicators. This right here, that 705 level, 25, 652. It doesn't look bad. How about fill order right there at 25, 666.50. So 667. Just want to see what they do here, right? Coming up a little bit here into that 15 minute. We're watching this order block right there, right? Immediate reaction, the opposite direction. Just want to see what this this next 15 minute does for us here, and how price reacts to these levels that we have. Right, that's all we're watching. We're watching reactions, and we're controlling our actions with it. It's the biggest thing with trading for me, at least. You know, watching the reaction and controlling your action. What was that? Tap of that, right? Looking like it wants to continue back above that. Let's see. Like I said, all of this, we still got plenty of room to the upside that we can come up and capture, right? 15 minute. Some good levels on the upside as well, 15 minute wise. And we got 30 seconds until market opens up, so let's get ready. We're trading to execute. We're here for it. That blunty guy right there. A little blunt guy. Let's see what they do out here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open it up. Some immediate reaction off of that order block, right? I can be watching this OTE with the VIX fix and see what price wants to do there. Previous 4-hour high. It's kind of around that level right now. Watching the previous daily high as well. Retest of previous daily high right here. Watching that OTE over here and this high retest. Came close to this guy. 6. Okay. Tapping into that OTE. Hourly's below that previous daily high there. Let's watch how they want to carry forward here. I said, right, those blunt candles. We always want to watch those blunt candles in OTE inside this fair value gap right now. Fix rising. Rebuke. Right, but we also were talking about that S&D. So sweep of that rejection right there. Solid tap with the level there. VIX rising. See if they want to manipulate that hourly. Let's see what the 1 minute's doing out here. Right, that blunt candle is still still something that we're watching. See, they need to hold that 705 this level. Displacement of this fair value gap can give us a solid continuation to the upside, or that reversal that we are potentially looking for, right? Let's see here. Looks like not yet. Not yet. They want that blunt candle. Rejection. Yeah, like I said, that hourly blunt. They always like to come back for those. My big 6 is rising on the 15 as well. And right to that previous daily 50. Look at that reaction. A solid reaction. We have a lot of liquidity on the downside there. This 5-minute candle is foul. Look at that reaction right there. 59. So we can get rid of that OTE right there. All right. So if we are looking for some kind of bounce, or if price is looking, we're looking around this low right there. We're looking for a reaction. We got our S&D. Sweep of that. Tap into that level. Immediate reaction out of it. Let's see if this continues. Can come back, retest this 12-hour level, right? 25, 620, 75. Let's see what kind of reaction we get there. Oh, she came so close to her fill. Let's see. Come on. Beautiful. Look at that immediate reaction out of that. We just took some longs right there. Scalp some. I initially took the short, rejected that, right? Right, do a long there. Price rising into this important level. So let's see now if they want to close back above it. I'm watching here. That hourly was disgusting. Absolutely fucking foul. See if they want to take this back to the upside there. If this 15-minute goes back in that range, this hourly is gross. All right, want to see it close back above this right here. If we're looking for some kind of continue, if we're looking for a reversal to the upside, that's what we're going to be looking for. So be looking for the 1-minute OTE here. Rejecting 1-minute fair value gap so far. This is the 1 minute OT that I'm talking about right here. We could be watching here. Let's see what they want to do going into the end of this 15 minute. Next 5 minute candle is going to be the end of this 15 minute. So it depends on how they want to close this puppy up. So no tap yet, right? We're not quite in the 618s. No displacement. Still rejecting that one of my fair value gap. We did technically get into the 50%, so just sitting here watching. Through this right there for continuation. So this one right. Just to get through that guy. 5 minutes opening up. This is where it's important for this 5 minute to see what price wants to do. Wait, sweeping that for you this high. Then I'll probably do it for today. I'll see it. Trading an Elite Trader funding account, and I'm trading also a Tradeify account. We're just kind of taking it a day at a time. Decent fills on both of them, so let's see. Yeah, I'll probably get enough. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. As always, come check us out. Come hang out with us, and I'll see you in the next one with my OBS. We'll be back here tonight, so come check us out. We're gonna go over the price action, what happened, what we observed, right, going into those trades that we took. On that, we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.